We've had a hugely successful tour here at the World Economic Forum. We've had the opportunity to address the World Economic Forum, as in business leaders, government leaders, heads of state, about our G20 presidency, where we outlined our objectives with regard to the theme of the World of the G20 in South Africa in Johannesburg this year, and also the priorities that we're going to focus on. We stressed that we are going to be having three themes: solidarity, equality, and sustainable development. These are themes that we would like the G20 to add a lot of substance to, in terms of enhancing cooperation in the world and building consensus around the issue of solidarity, so that more and more countries should act in solidarity with each other as we advance the interests of ordinary people. And also in advancing equality. There's inequality in countries and between nations, and we believe that this is an issue that should be addressed so that we promote more and more equality, particularly at the economic level, which is largely the area that the the G20 focuses on, and also on sustainable development, so that the world has a greater capability of dealing with climate change, the financing thereof. And we outlined 4 priorities that we believe needs to be addressed. The one is about finance for countries to deal with climate change, and more finance should be made available, particularly for countries that are suffering the devastation of climate change. And we should also deal with the issue of debt. Many countries, particularly in the developing economies, have huge debt burdens, and they pay much more money in servicing their debts than countries in the global north. And we should also deal with disaster financing following disasters that are caused by climate change, which many countries in the global south are not even responsible for. They have to pay a lot of money year in and year out to deal with the devastation that they suffer from climate change. So we would like innovative ways of either insurance or financing, and greater access to finance. And the other important issues with critical minerals. We said we would like to reach consensus on the issue of the beneficiation of minerals that are produced in the developing economy world, particularly in Africa. And through all this, we are going to put Africa at the center stage of what the G20 should deal with. And so in the end, we've also had a lot of discussions with investors, potential investors, and we've flown the South African flag high, but we've also demonstrated more clearly about South Africa being a great destination for investment. And our interaction with various business people, and there were many here, has been very positive. They have a sense of a very optimistic future for South Africa, and we are consolidating that with our collaboration with the business sector from South Africa, and they also bore testimony to this. So it's been a very good visit to the World Economic Forum, and our ministers took a lot of time interacting in the sessions of the WEF, as well as with business and also government leaders. So it was a broad-based type of engagement that we've had here. It's very successful indeed, possibly one of the very best that South Africa has had in the G20, in the World Economic Forum, because we were given a great opportunity, African country being given a great opportunity to address the world on our presidency of the G20. So it's been good, and I go home filled with a great deal of courage and confidence, and very optimistic as well. So can I go home now?